Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to give you that essential shortcut to, well, really understanding complex topics. Packed with facts, hopefully enough interesting stuff to keep you hooked.
That's the plan.
Today, we're tackling something that, let's be honest, can feel pretty daunting if you're prepping for those ATPL theory exams. It's the physics, the fundamental physics that makes flight possible.
Right, the very foundation.
Yeah. If you've ever stared at study notes, feeling kind of swamped by inertia or kinetic energy, or, the subtle details of Newton's laws, well, you know the feeling.
It can seem like a mountain to climb.
Exactly. And you're not just trying to memorize stuff. You need to really get the laws that keep these amazing machines in the air quickly, clearly, and hopefully memorably.
And that's exactly what we're aiming for in this deep dive. We've gone through aircraft dynamics, overview, and fundamental principles. It's a really solid source for understanding how aircraft actually, work. And we've pulled out the absolute key bits of knowledge, the essentials you need to confidently face those physics questions on the ATPL exams.
So think of this as your personalized guide. We're not just scratching the surface. We're going deep into the core definitions. The absolutely critical units, can't stress units enough.
Oh, absolutely.
And the laws governing motion and energy, all specifically focused on aviation.
The real goal here isn't just memorization for the test. It's about understanding why these principles matter so much for pilots.
Right. So you can build that solid mental picture of the physics keeping you safe up there. We want you to finish this not just feeling prepared, but actually maybe a little fascinated by it all.
Hopefully. It really is quite elegant when you break it down.
All right, let's get into it. Before we hit the really hardcore physics, maybe we should set the scene a bit. What is an aircraft fundamentally, and what are these forces that are constantly acting on it?
Good starting point. Visualizing the machine helps. Our source lays out 5 primary requirements, kind of the essential parts of any aircraft.
Okay, the building blocks.
Exactly. First, obviously, you need a wing. And it's not just a flat plank. It's specifically shaped or sculpted to generate lift. We'll talk more about lift soon.
The magic part?
Kind of. Second, the fuselage. That's the main body, holding everything together, passengers, cargo, whatever the payload is.
Right.
Third, you need tail surfaces, those horizontal and vertical bits at the back. They provide stability. They stop the aircraft from, pitching up and down wildly or swinging side to side, keeps it pointing straight.
Crucial for control.
Very. Which leads to the fourth part, the control surfaces. Things like ailerons on the wings, elevators on the tail, the rudder. These are what the pilot uses to actually maneuver the aircraft to change its direction.
The active parts.
And finally, number 5, the engines. Got to have propulsion, something to push or pull the aircraft forward through the air.
Makes sense. Wings, body, tail, controls, engines.
How these all fit together, how they're designed. It really shows why aircraft design is often called a masterpiece of compromise.
Compromise? How so?
Well, improving one aspect often affects another. Make the wings bigger for more lift, they might create more drag. Make the fuselage stronger, it adds weight. It's always a balancing act.
Ah, I see. A constant give and take. Okay, so we have the aircraft components. Now let's talk about those invisible forces you mentioned, the ones constantly at play.
Right, the 4 main forces acting on an aircraft in flight. First up is weight, W.
Gravity's pull.
Exactly. It always acts vertically downwards, straight towards the Earth's center. When the plane's just sitting there, weight is the main force you're aware of. To fly, you absolutely have to counteract this.
And the force that does that counteracting, that's lift, right?
Precisely. Lift, L. It's the upward aerodynamic force, mainly generated by the wings as air flows over them. For stable, level flight, lift needs to equal weight. If lift is less than weight,
You stay on the ground. Or come down.
you got it. If it's more than weight, you climb.
Okay, so weight down, lift up, but you need to be moving to generate lift.
Which brings us to the third force. Thrust, PT, that's the forward force, usually from the engines, propellers pulling or jets pushing. Thrust overcomes the air resistance and accelerates the air.
All right. Many thanks for listening to this free part of the ATPL Theory podcast. If you want to continue learning and access the full comprehensive guide, go to my Patreon at patreon.com/ATPLtheory or my Hero at herohero.co/ATPL. That is patreon.com/ATPLtheory or herohero.co/ATPL. Wishing you all the best